Now we have more news of betting.
One change there, 5-1 now, the Minstrel.
And most of the runners now in. They're loading up pretty well as we watch Blushing Groom, the favourite from France, going into the stalls. And he will go into stall number 12, Henri Samani, who has very little experience with the Epsom track, which many think will deter the chances of Blushing Groom. $1 Million Man going up on the far side. And Blushing Groom just being persuaded to go into the stalls. And he's just about there. A big crowd down there at the start. That's the blindfolded Pamper Paul going in on the far side. And there's one or two more still to go in, I think. But a very big crowd, and I think that's it. They're under orders, I believe, as the handler comes. They're under starters orders for the 1977 Derby, and they're away. As they break out, Lucky Sovereign, one of the first to come out with Lordy Door, $1 Million Man, Nebbiolo. Then just behind them towards the near side, then comes Monseigneur and Gerloch. As they settle down now, it's Baudelaire just about the leader from $1 Million Man on the far side, Lucky Sovereign, Caparello, then racing prominently on the near side is Royal Plume. Also with Royal Plume towards the far side is Belinsky, and the back marker now dropped right out of it is Lordy Door. So they have about 1.25 miles still to go. And it's Baudelaire taking them along from $1 Million Man on the far side. Belinsky close up in third, just in front of Gerloch. Then comes Lucky Sovereign, followed by Caparello. On the far side of Caparello, then is Noble Venture. Noble Venture is then followed by Blushing Groom. Just after them is Royal Plume. And so they're running now towards the mile from home marker. And it's Baudelaire still just about the leader. And from the far side too, just going ahead now is $1 Million Man. It's $1 Million Man now in the lead with about 7.5 furlongs to go. So the order is $1 Million Man in the lead from Baudelaire in second place. Then comes Caparello. Then showing well in fourth place on the far side, Noble Venture. Then comes Lucky Sovereign. After Lucky Sovereign making a move towards the far side is Be My Guest. Just in behind them, Blushing Groom, Nebbiolo, and the Minstrel about halfway as they come now right back to the back marker, which is Mr. Music Man. And so they start to come down the hill, and it's $1 Million Man in the lead from Caparello, Baudelaire. Then just in behind then comes Nebbiolo. Then comes Pamper Paul, also nicely poised there. Two is Belinsky and Be My Guest. They in turn are followed by Blushing Groom. But it's still $1 Million Man in the lead as they approach now Tatnam Corner. And they've got about 0.5 mile still to go. And rushed right up there into second place is Hot Grove. And the Minstrel on the far side there at Caparello. So they swing round now Tatnam Corner. And as they do so, it's Greville Stark on $1 Million Man in the lead. Being pursued all the way by Hot Grove, Willie Carson. Just in behind them then comes the Minstrel, then comes Caparello. After them towards the outer is Blushing Groom trying hard to get on term. So too is Be My Guest, but they've got about 2 furlongs still to go. And it's Hot Grove who now takes it up. Hot Grove the leader, 2 furlongs from home marker. The Minstrel second, Blushing Groom is third. Then after leading 3, make it run towards the outside Monseigneur. $1 Million Man now dropping back. They run now towards the final furlong. It's Willie Carson on Hot Grove. Lester Pickett on the Minstrel. That's the leading 2. Blushing Groom not going to make it as they come now inside the final furlong. It's Lester Pickett on the near side of the Minstrel. Hot Grove on the far side. It's between these two. It's going to be very close. The Minstrel on the near side, just the winner from Hot Grove, Blushing Groom, Monseigneur, Lordy Door, Nebbiolo. Then comes Pamper Paul, followed in by $1 Million Man, Caparello. After those Belinsky's, I look back, the last 2 to go over include Royal Plume and finally Noble Venture. And so once again the judgment of Lester Pickett has paid dividends. He had the selection of the 3 Vincent O'Brien horses. He elected to ride number 23, the Minstrel, and so Lester Pickett has now claimed his 8th Derby winner and also his 23rd Classic success. And he was about halfway as they started to come down the hill, moved up, and Hot Grove went on about 2 furlongs out. But let's see the closing stages once again as we take up the story, but this time with Ken Butler.
And Hot Grove has just taken it up from the weakening $1 Million Man, but Lester Pickett there, the master on this course, is poised. He has to ride the Minstrel really hard as they approach the 2 furlong marker, and he simply wears down Willie Carson and Hot Grove. They're about 2 lengths up here. These two, incidentally, Blushing Groom rolling in towards the rails there. Obviously, I don't think he really stayed. He was well placed, but he just couldn't run on, and that's Monseigneur running on in 4th place beyond $1 Million Man, Caparello in 5th there. And meantime, at this stage, Willie Carson must have that awful sinking feeling in his stomach as the Minstrel inexorably wears down that lead he had built up. And Lester Biggott, riding his hardest at this stage, just about gets the Minstrel's head in front, and with 50 yards to go, it's the Minstrel going away from Hotgrove, who's run on so bravely, but not quite bravely enough to hold this Irish challenge and land Lester Biggott with his 8th Derby winner.
Here we have a nice close-up of the Minstrel, who got to grips with Hotgrove, and in the end really wore him down, and a very warm reception for this handsome-looking horse, the Minstrel, trained in Ireland by Vincent O'Brien.
Minstrel 5-1, 6 Hotgrove 15-1, 3 Blushing Groom 9-4 favourite, and 4th number 12 Monseigneur 20-1.